Hi everyone, this is Mahendra and I welcome you all to Luhar's classes. How are you all? Doing good? Doing fine? I hope each and everyone is doing good and doing fine. Today in this video we shall learn about factorization of a polynomial by splitting the middle term. Many kids of 8th class, many kids of 9th class, many kids of 10th, 11th and 12th, they find difficulty in factorizing a polynomial by splitting the middle term. So today we'll master this concept. By the way, if you like the content, please subscribe to Lowards classes and share the video, share the channel with your friends so that most of them have benefit out of this. Mahendra sir will teach physics, chemistry, mathematics and reasoning on this channel. Okay, without delaying, we shall learn how to factorize. We shall learn how to factorize a polynomial by splitting the middle term. Here goes the first question. The first question is x square minus 11x plus 30. X square minus 11x plus 30. In the first step, we have to look for arrangement. We have to arrange the terms of the given polynomial in the descending order of the powers of variables. Here we have first x square term, second term is minus 11x, third term is 30. In this polynomial, all the terms are arranged in the descending order of the powers of variables. But if we have minus 11x plus x square plus 30, if we have minus 11x plus x square plus 30, then we have to arrange first. First we'll have x square term, next we'll have minus 11x term, next we'll have the constant. Arrangement is the first step. Second step is we have to multiply the first term and the last term. We have to multiply the first term and the last term. First term is x square, last term is 30. We have to multiply x square and 30. Okay, that means we need to, once again, arrangement. We have to multiply first term and the last term in the second step. First term is x square, last term is 30. X square into 30 is 30x square. It's 30x square. Now we have to split 30x square into two terms such that when we add them we get minus 11x. When we multiply them we have to get 30x square. We need two terms such that when we add them we get minus 11x. When we multiply we get 30x square. For a moment we'll consider only the numerical coefficient of both the terms. We'll consider minus 11, we'll consider 30. Did you get me? We'll consider minus 11, we'll consider 30. We'll consider minus 11, we'll consider 30. Now we can write 30 as 1 into 30. We can write 30 as 2 into 15. We can write 30 as 3 into 10. We can write 30 as 5 into 6. These are the different possible ways in which we can express 30. We got 5 different pairs. First pair is 1 and 30. Second pair is 2 and 15. Third pair is 3 and 10. Fourth pair is 5 and 6. Now let us look into the first pair. First pair is 1 and 30. Am I getting 11? Am I getting 11 either by adding 1 and 30 or by separating 1 and 30? 1 plus 30 is 31. 1 minus 30 is minus 29. I am not getting 11. I am not getting 11. Actually, I have to get minus 11. But let me consider just 11. I am not getting 11. Next, 2 and 15. 2 plus 15 is 17. 2 minus 15 is minus 13. I'm not getting 11 in this case also. Next 3 and 10. 3 plus 10 is 13. 3 minus 10 is minus 7. I'm not getting 11 in this case also. Next 5 and 6. 5 plus 6 is 11. 5 plus 6 is 11. So I can consider this pair. I can consider 5 and 6. I can consider 5 and 6. Let me consider 5 and 6. 5 and 6. But we need minus 11. We need minus 11. 5 plus 6 is 11. We can obtain minus 11 if I have minus 5, minus 6. Because minus 5 minus 6 is minus 11. But I need 30x square. I need 30x square. I need minus 11x. So what can I do here? I can take the terms as minus 5x minus 6x. Because minus 5x plus minus 6x is minus 11x. Minus 5x into minus 6x is 30x square. We have split 30x square into two terms such that their sum is minus 11x, the product is 30x square. This phase was very important. I hope it is clear to everyone. If it is not clear, we shall solve many more problems to get things clear. Okay? Right. Now, going back to the polynomial, we have x square minus 11x plus 30. X square will write as it is. We have minus 11x. We can write minus 11x as minus 5x minus 6x. Last term is plus 30. We'll write plus 30 as it is. We have split minus 11x as minus 5x minus 6x. Now, from the first two terms, I can take x common. If I take x common, I am left with x minus 5. Because x into x is x square, x into minus 5 is minus 5x. From the last two terms, I can take 6 common. If I take 6 common, I am left with minus x plus 5. Because 6 into minus x is minus 6x, 6 into 5 is 30. We have two terms here, x of x minus 5 and 6 of minus x plus 5. In the first term, factor is x minus 5. In second term, factor is minus x plus 5. So I am facing problem with the minus x plus 5. If I am able to express minus x plus 5 as x minus 5, then problem will be solved. Okay. To solve the problem, we need to write plus 6 as minus 6. If we change the sign of plus 6 as minus 6, then things should be clear. I can write minus 6 of x minus 5. Sir, is it working? It's working because minus 6 into x is minus 6x, minus 6 into minus 5 is plus 30. It's working. So whenever you have problem with sign, I request you to change the sign so that things will work. In the first term, we have x minus 5. In second term, we have x minus 5. We can take x minus 5 common. From the first term, if I take x minus 5 common, I am left with x. From second term, if I take x minus 5 common, I am left with minus 6. Factorized form of the polynomial x square minus 11x plus 30 is x minus 5 into x minus 6. I'll give you time of 1 minute. Just go through the process. Okay. If the concept is not still clear, we will solve many more problems to make the concept more clear, because mastering the concept is very important rather than finishing the portion or finishing the syllabus. Please go through the solution, go through the method. Shall I change the slide? Yes, I can change the slide. We'll go with one more question to make the concept More clear? Because concept is very important. We have a square plus 7a plus 12. First step is arrangement. First step is arrangement, and here arrangement is perfect because all the terms are arranged in the decreasing order, are arranged in the descending order of the powers of variables. First we have a square term, next we have 7a term, next we have 12. So no problem with this. What is second step? Second step is we have to multiply the first term and the last term. First term is a square, last term is 12. What is a square into 12? It's 12a square. It's 12a square. So second step is multiplying first term and the last term. First term and the last term. What is third step here? We have to split. Splitting is the third step. Okay. Now we have to split 12a square into two terms such that when we add them we get 7a. When we multiply them we get 12a square. We have to split 12a square into two terms such that when we add them we get 7a. When we multiply them we get 12a square. For a moment we'll consider this 12 and 7. 12. I can write 12 as 1 into 12. I can write 12 as 2 into 6. I can write 12 as 3 into 4. These are the different possible ways in which we can express 12. Now we'll consider the first pair. In the first pair we have 1 and 12. Are we getting 7 either by adding 1 and 12 or by subtracting 1 and 12? No, because 1 plus 12 is 13. 1 minus 12 is minus 11. We need 7. So first pair is not acceptable. Now we look into second pair. 2 and 6. 2 plus 6 is 8. 2 minus 6 is minus 4. We are not getting 7. So even the second case is not acceptable. Third case is 3 and 4. 3 plus 4 is 7. So we are getting 7. We can consider, we can accept, we can continue with 3 and 4. I can write here 3 and 4. But here sum of two terms should be 7a, but 3 plus 4 is only 7. This problem can be solved if I write 3a and 4a, because 3a plus 4a is 7a. 3a into 4a is 12a square. So problem is solved. Now we'll proceed to understand the factorization of the given polynomial. We have a square plus 7a plus 12. Just 1 second. Yeah, thank you. A square plus 7a plus 12. A square we'll write as it is. Next we have 7a. We can write 7a as 3a plus 4a. We have split 7a as 3a plus 4a plus 12. From the first and second term, I can take a common. If I take a common, I am left with a plus 3. From third and fourth term, I can take 4 common. I am left with a plus 3. A into a is a square. A into 3 is 3a. 4 into a is 4a. 4 plus 3 is 12. In the first term, we have a plus 3. In second term also, we have a plus 3. We can take a plus 3 common. If I take a plus 3 common, I am left with a plus 4, because a plus 3 into a is a of a plus 3. A plus 3 into 4 is 4 of a plus 3. This is the factorized form of a square plus 7a plus 12. Done. Go through the solution so that you can master the concept. Shall I change the slide? Yes, sir, you can change the slide. We'll go with question number 3. So how many questions do we have altogether? We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, we have 9 questions. We'll discuss 4 today. We'll discuss 4 later. Okay. Third question is x square minus x minus 2. First step is arrangement. terms are arranged properly because we have x square term, we have x, we have minus 2. Terms are arranged in the decreasing order of the powers of exponents. Sorry, powers of variables. So no problem with the arrangement. What is second step? Second step is you have to multiply the first term and the last term. First term and the last term. First term is x square, last term is minus 2. X square into minus 2 is minus 2x square. So step number 2 completed. What is step number 3? We have to split. We have to split minus 2x square into two terms such that when we add them, we get minus x. We get minus x. When we multiply them, we get minus 2x square. We have to split minus 2x square into two terms such that when we add them, we get minus x. When we multiply them, we get minus 2x square. Okay. For a moment, we will consider only, see, I can write minus x as minus 1 into x. So for a moment, we will consider 2 and 1. Okay. So I can write 2 as 1 into 2. I can write 2 as 1 into 2. There is no other possible way. So if I do 1 minus 2, I am going to get minus 1. Okay. So that's a good thing. I can take 1 and minus 2 because 1 minus 2 is minus 1. And 1 into minus 2 is minus 2. That is acceptable. Okay. But here I need minus 1x. So what I should do, I can change 1 as 1x. And I can change minus 2 as minus 2x. 1x minus 2x is minus 1x. 1x into minus 2x is minus 2x square. So we have split minus 2x square into two terms such that their sum is minus 1x, the product is minus 2x square. Okay. Now we'll continue with the factorization of polynomial. We'll write x square as it is. We can write minus x as plus x minus 2x. 1x or x both are same. So x minus 2x is minus x. Last term is minus 2. From the first two terms, I can take x common. If I take x common, I am left with x plus 1. Because x into x is x square. X into 1 is x. From these two terms, from the last two terms, I can take minus 2 common. If I take minus 2 common, minus 2 into what is minus 2x? It's x. Minus 2 into x is minus 2x. Minus 2 into what is minus 2? Minus 2 into 1 is minus 2. I can take plus 1. In the first term, I have x plus 1. In second term, I have x plus 1. I can take x plus 1 common. If I take x plus 1 common, I am left with x minus 2. This is the factorized form of the given polynomial. I hope the concept is clear. If concept is not clear, please watch the video once again so that concept will be clear. But mastering the concept is very important. Now we'll look at next question. Question number 4. What is question number 4? 4 minus 5x minus 6x square. What is step number 1? Step number 1 is we have to, step number 1 is we have to arrange the terms properly. Okay. First we'll have minus 6x square. Next we'll have minus 5x. Next we'll have plus 4. We have arranged the terms in such a way that powers of the variables are in the decreasing order, are in the descending order. Okay. We have arranged the terms in such a way that powers of the variables are in the descending order. Did you get me? Now what we'll do? We shall apply second step. What is second step? Tell me here. Second step is you have to multiply first term and the last term. First term is minus 6x square. Last term is 4. Minus 6x square into 4 is minus 24x square. Now third step. What is third step? We have to split minus 24x square into two terms such that their sum is minus 5x, the product is minus 24x square. We have to split minus 24x square into two terms such that their sum is minus 5x, the product is minus 24x square. So what can we do here? We'll consider only 24 and 5 for a moment. We'll look in 24. We can write 24 as 1 into 24. We can write 24 as 2 into 12. We can write 24 as 3 into 8. We can write 24 as 4 into 6. We can write 24 as, that's it. So these are the different ways of writing 24. Now, we'll consider the first pair. First pair is 1 and 24. So are we getting 5 either by adding 1 and 24 or by subtracting 1 and 24? No, because 1 plus 24 is 25. 1 minus 24 is minus 23. We are not getting. First pair is not acceptable. Next, second pair, 2 and 12. 2 plus 12 is 14. 2 minus 12 is minus 10. So this thing also we cannot consider. Next is 3 and 8. 3 plus 8 is 11. But 3 minus 8 is minus 5. 3 minus 8 is minus 5. We can consider this pair. Okay, I can take 3 and minus 8. 3 minus 8 is minus 5. 3 into minus 8 is minus 24. So 3 and minus 8 are the acceptable numbers. But we need minus 5x. This problem can be solved if we have 3x and minus 8x. We are successful in splitting minus 24x square into two terms such that their sum is minus 5x, their product is minus 24x square. Now, we'll continue with the factorization of the given polynomial. We have minus 6x square. We can split minus 5x into plus 3x minus 8x. Last term is plus 4. We'll write as it is. From the first two terms, I hope we can take, we'll take 3x common. If I take 3x common, 3x into what is minus 6x square? It's minus 2x. 3x into what is plus 3x? It's plus 1. Now we'll consider the last two terms, minus 8x plus 4. From this I can take 4 common. 4 into what is minus 8x? Minus 2x. 4 into what is plus 4? It's plus 1. From the first term and second term I can take minus 2x plus 1 common. If I take minus 2x plus 1 common, I am left with 3x plus 4. We have successfully factorized the given polynomial. Then just go through the solution so that we can solve few more problems. We'll go with question number 5 now. In question number 5, we have a polynomial minus 14 plus 4x square plus x. What is first step? First step is arrangement. We have to arrange the terms in the descending order of powers of variable. First we'll have 4x square. We'll write 4x square. Next is plus x, we'll write plus x. Next is minus 14, we'll write minus 14. So arrangement completed. What is next step? We have to multiply first term and the last term. 4x square into minus 14 is equals to minus 56x square. We have multiplied first term and the last term. What is third step? We have to split minus 56x square into two terms such that their sum is x, the product is minus 56x square. We have to split minus 56x square into two terms such that their sum is x and the product is minus 56x square. Okay. For a moment, we'll consider only 56 and 1 because I can write plus x as 1x both are same. For a moment, we'll consider only 56 and 1. We can write 56 as 1 into 56. We can write 56 as 2 into 28. We can write 56 as 4 into 14. We can write 56 as 7 into 8. That's it. And that's it, I think. Okay. We'll take first pair. We have 1 and 56. 1 plus 56 is 57. 1 minus 56 is minus 55. We are not getting 1. So first case is not acceptable. Next, second one. 2 plus 28 is 30. 2 minus 28 is minus 26. We are not getting 1. Second case not acceptable. Next, 4 plus 14 is 20. 4 plus 14 is 18. 4 minus 14 is minus 10. We are not getting 1. Even third case not acceptable. Next, 7 and 8. 7 plus 8 is 15. 7 minus 8 is minus 1. So we are getting at least 1. So it is acceptable. Okay. So I can take 7 and 8. I have to get 1. So I should take minus 7 plus 8 because minus 7 plus 8 is 1. Did you get me? If I need minus x, then what I should do? I should take 7 and minus 8. It all depends on sign. But I need 1. I'll consider minus 7 and plus 8. I can write minus 7 as minus 7x, 8 as 8x. We are successful in splitting minus 56x squared into two terms such that their sum is 1x. The product is minus 56x square. We'll continue with the factorization. 4x square. We can write x as plus 8x minus 7x. Final term is minus 14. From the first two terms, I can take 4x common. 4x into what is 4x square? It's x. 4x into what is 8x? It's 2. We have minus 7x, minus 14. I can take minus 7 common here. Minus 7 into what is minus 7x? It's x. Minus 7 into what is minus 14? It's plus 2. Okay. In the first term we have x plus 2. In second term also we have x plus 2. We can take x plus 2 common. X plus 2 into what is first term? It's 4x. X plus 2 into what is second term? It's minus 7. We got the factorized form of the given polynomial. Okay. With the same energy, with the same flow, we'll discuss one more question. It's question number 6. Let me check time once because time and tide wait for none. Okay, it's 28 minutes. I think we can discuss 2 more problems. We can discuss 2 more problems. Okay. We have to factorize this polynomial. What is step number 1? Arrangement. First we'll have minus x square y square. Then we'll have minus 8xy. At last we'll have 65. At last we'll have 65. Arrangement completed. Okay. What is next step? We have to multiply first term and the last term. So product of first term and the last term is minus 65x square y square. Because 65 into minus x square y square is minus 65x square y square. Product is done. What is last step? We have to split. We have to split minus 65x square y square in such a way that when we add two terms, we have to get plus 8xy. When you multiply two terms, you have to get minus 65 x square y square. We have to split minus 65 x square y square into two terms such that when we add them, we get 8xy. When we multiply them, we get minus 65 x square y square. For a moment, we'll consider only 65 and 8. I can write 65 as 1 into 65. I can write 65 as 5 into 13. 5 into 13. I hope these two are the possible ways, only possible ways. Okay. Now we'll look into first pair. So 1 and 65. 1 plus 65 is 66. 1 minus 65 is minus 64. We are not getting 8. So first case is not acceptable. What is second case? 5 and 13. 5 plus 13 is 18. 5 minus 13 is minus 8. 5 minus 13 is minus 8. So at least we are getting 8 there. So second case acceptable. We can go with 5 and 13. I need plus 8. So what I should do here? I should take minus 5 and plus 13. I should take minus 5 and plus 13 because minus 5 plus 13 is minus 5 plus 13 is 8. If we have minus 8xy, then what we should do? We should take plus 5 and minus 13. It all depends on a requirement. My requirement is 8xy. I'll consider minus 5 and 13. Okay. But I need 8xy. So what I should do here? I can write minus 5 as minus 5xy. I can write 13 as 13xy. 13xy. Now we'll continue with the factorization. First term is minus x square y square. Second term is 8xy. We can write 8xy as minus 5xy plus 13xy plus 65 plus 65. From the first two terms, I can take xy common. I hope, yeah, if I take xy common, xy into what is minus x square y square? It's minus xy. Xy into what is minus 5xy? It's minus 5. We'll close the bracket. Plus, we have 13xy plus 65. From this, I can take 13 common. 13 into what is 13xy? It's xy. 13 into what is 65? It's plus 5. Here I have xy plus 5. Here we have minus xy minus 5. So problem is with minus. So this problem can be solved if I write this xy as minus xy. See here, minus xy into xy plus 5. See here, minus xy into xy is minus x square y square. Minus xy into 5 is minus 5xy. So problem is solved. In the second term, we have 13 of xy plus 5. In the first term, we have xy plus 5. In second term also, we have xy plus 5. We can take xy plus 5 common. Xy plus 5 into what is first term? It's minus xy. Xy plus 5 into what is second term? Is plus 13. So we got the factorized form of the given polynomial. With the same zeal, with the same enthusiasm, we'll look into question number 7. I think we have 7, 8 and 9. 3 more questions. We'll try to solve them. Yeah, we'll look into question number 7. What is first term here? Not first term. Yeah, first term is a square. I meant to say what is first step. First step is arrangement. Okay. Degree of first term is 2. Degree of second term is 3. Degree of fourth term is, degree of third term is 4. Degree of first term is 2. Degree of second term is 3. Degree of third term is 4. So what we should do? We have to arrange the terms of the given polynomial in the decreasing order of the powers of variable. We'll write First term as 75 b square x square. Second term is minus 20 abx and third term is a square. Arrangement completed. Okay. What is next step? We have to multiply the first term and the last term. We have to multiply the first term and the last term. First term is 75 b square x square. Last term is a square. Product of these two is 75 a square b square x square. What is third step? We have to split. We have to split this into two terms such that the product is 75 a square b square x square. Their sum is minus 20 abx. Minus 20 abx. For a moment, we'll consider only 75 and 20. We'll consider only 75 and 20. We can write 75 as 1 into 75. We can write 75 as 3 into 25. We can write 75 as 5 into 15. We can write 75 as, I think these are only the possible ways. Yes, these are only the possible ways. I hope so. Okay. We'll look into first pair. 1 and 75. 1 plus 75 is 76. 1 minus 75 is minus 74. We are not getting 20. So first case is not acceptable. First pair is not acceptable. Next second pair. 3 and 25. 3 plus 25 is 28. 3 minus 25 is minus 23. We are not getting 20. So even second case is not acceptable. Third is 5 and 15. 5 plus 15 is 20. 5 minus 15 is minus 10. But we are getting 20 when we do 5 plus 15. So 5 plus 15 is 20. This case is acceptable. I can write 5. I can write 15. But I need minus 20. I need minus 20. I can write here minus 5, minus 15 because minus 5 plus minus 15 is minus 20. Minus 5 into minus 15 is 75. So done. But we need minus 20 abx. So what we'll do? We'll write minus 5 as minus 5 abc. We'll write minus 15 as minus 15 abx. Not abc. It's abx. Now the sum of these two terms is minus 20 abx. Product of these two terms is 75 a square b square x square. So problem is solved. We'll continue with the factorization now. 75 b square x square is the first term. We'll write as it is. We can write minus 20 abx as minus 5 abx minus 15 abx. Last term is a square. From the first two terms, I can take 5 common. I can take bx common. 5bx into what is 75 b square x square? It's 15 bx. 5bx into what is minus 5 abx? It's minus a. 5bx into 15bx is 75 b square x square. 5bx into minus a is minus 5a bx. From the last two terms, I can take common. I can take only a common. If I take a common, a into what is minus 15 abx? It's minus 15 bx. A into what is a square? It's plus a. In the first term, we have 15 bx minus a. In second term, we have minus 15 bx plus a. So problem is with minus. This problem can be solved by the method which I discussed with you. We'll write 5bx of 15bx minus a as it is. We have plus a. We can write plus a as minus a of 15bx minus a. See here. Minus a into 15bx is minus 15abx. Minus a into minus a is plus a square. Did you get me? You just write plus a as minus a and write this term. Okay, problem will be solved. From both the terms, what can I take common here? From both the terms, I can take common. I can take 15bx minus a common. 15bx minus a into what is first term? It's 5bx. 15bx minus a into what is second term? It's minus a. So this is the factorized form of the given polynomial. Okay, we have two more questions to discuss, but I need to check the time. Yeah, it's already 40 minutes. Yeah, please go through solution so that you can master the concept. In the meantime, I'll have some drops of water because water completed. Yeah. We are left with two more questions, question number 8 and question number 9. These two questions are good questions. We'll discuss them in the next video. We'll discuss question number 8 and question number 9 in the next video with some more new topics. Did you get me? We'll discuss question number 8 and question number 9 solution in the next video. So my dear children, today we have learned how to factorize a polynomial by splitting the middle term. If you like the content, if you feel the content is good, please subscribe to Luart's classes and share the video with your friends so that most of them have benefit out of this video. Then we shall meet back in the next class. Till that time, stay home, stay safe. As I mentioned always, please spend some time for games so that you can be physically fit, because healthy brain stays in healthy body. Eat well and have a proper sleep. Okay, bye bye. We shall meet back in the next video. Till that time, stay home, stay safe. Bye everyone.